Well, good day to all of our Juby team. Tila Mont Silver Sr. here, starting off our work week here on Monday, June the 24th. Listen, had a phenomenal gathering last evening with a few mentors that you're going to be introduced to over the coming days. And I wanted to talk to you about that. Obviously, we've been sharing with our audience for the past couple of weeks, past 3 weeks or so, where we're headed as a team, and where we're headed is to make sure that any of you that want to develop the marketing skill sets, that you have an environment where you can start to learn a myriad of different marketing methods. Now, don't want to overwhelm you, okay? Don't want to overwhelm you. One of the things that happens when people come onto the internet and they start learning some marketing skill sets is it's very easy to get overwhelmed with information overload, and then people spend so much time being a student that they don't go out and they execute. So we want to make sure that does not happen. But let's just make sure that you're very clear on our vision, okay? The days of saying that, hey, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to sponsor, you don't have to sell, and you can still make money, those days are gone. Those days are gone. And unfortunately, in retrospect, for the last couple of years, we empowered a lot of folks with the crutch by saying, hey, Joe and Susie average. If you don't recruit, well, here's the bottom line. You may be Joe and Susie average now, but if you want to make money in this industry, we've got to break out of that mold. We've got to do what the Joe and Susie averages are not willing to do. That's just the bottom line. And I as I've been reflecting these past few weeks, one of my mentors in this industry, Monty was making about $2 million a year, so about $160,000 or so a month. When he shared this with us way back when, he said, he said, you've got to be willing to pay the price. Then he said, you've got to be willing to pay the price and pay the price in advance. Then he said, you've got to be willing to pay the price in advance, and pay the price in full. He says, now, when you're willing to pay the price in advance, and pay the price in full, what you will find out is that the reward that you will get for paying the price in advance, and paying the price in full is so much greater than any price you ever paid. Over the last couple of years, we went away from that. We went away from paying the price. It was just, hey, make a purchase and make money on a daily basis. Those days are gone. All right, you'll make some money in the daily leadership bonus, but not what we have all come to love. And so, with that being said, Joe and Susie average are not going to generate the types of revenues they want to generate in this industry if they simply remain average. We've got to do what the average people are not willing to do. We've got to do what the average people are not willing to do. Now, I'm going to tell you this. When you learn how to market, it won't matter what you're marketing. All right, so here's what one of my mentors taught me a few years ago. He said that if you don't know how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. If you don't know how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. When you learn how to market, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. All right, so we want to teach you, we're going to teach you how to market. And the biggest thing that we're going to focus on is how you can start building your own following. You see, your business, as much as we love Juby, all right, and I'm not going anywhere. Juby is my primary back-end business, but as much as I love Juby, I understand that Juby is not my business. GoFund Places was not my business. Zeke Rewards was not my business. You know what my business is? It's me and my following. Say it with me. My business is me and my following. Say it with me. My business is me and my following. Remember what I've said so long to our audience. For me, it was my faith, it was my family, it was my following. Okay? And so when you are building a business, it is your following. It's you working on you. All right, working on you. And we'll talk more about that as we go along, working on you. What are some things you can do to work on you so that you become a better you, so that you attract the right people to you and you start to repel the negative people. One of the reasons I haven't been in some of the Skype rooms is because I saw some negativity, and I don't deal with negativity. I'm not going to stay around where I'm not celebrated. All right, and neither should you. Neither should you. All right, so say it with me. My business is me and my following. Say it with me. My business is me and my following. Your business is you and your following. And the company, Jubi, the company ABC, the company DEF, is merely an extension of your business. All right? In other words, when we were in Zeke Rewards, we had a following. When something happened there with Zeke, that following in large part came with us in the next enterprise. Now, where we messed up was we did not continue to grow our following as aggressively as we should have, one, and two, we did not teach you. We did not teach you how to build your following. Yes, we did webinars, but that's not enough. Webinars are great, but now how do you get people to the webinars? And so that's what our focus is going to be. So let me tell you what happened last night. So last night, we had a team of mentors that we came together to mastermind. So one of our mentors is a young lady who has studied underneath one of the top internet marketers, bar none. All right, this gentleman has a multi-million-dollar enterprise, makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, does it all on the internet. And yes, he's been in network marketing, but he's more of an internet marketer. And really, there's those are two groups of people. Okay, you've got network marketers. Then you've got internet marketers. Now, what we want to do is we want to bridge the gap. We want you to be both. We want you to be an internet network marketer. All right. A lot of internet marketers, affiliate marketers or what have you, don't have a network marketing opportunity. I think that's a big mistake that many affiliate marketers make. And yet, there are a lot of network marketers that have not yet embraced or maybe learned marketing skill sets that take their business to the next level, allows them to go global with an internet business, and that's where we want to come in. So we had this mastermind last evening, and with this mastermind, we had this young lady. You'll be introduced to her very soon. That's studied under one of the top internet marketers out there. So she's got some internet marketing skill sets and some things that she's going to be teaching that many of you maybe have heard of, but you've not heard of it intimately like she's going to share it with you. So she's going to be one of our mentors that's going to be teaching certain ways. One of the things that she's going to teach a lot about, along with internet marketing mindsets and things of that nature, she's going to talk about ways to quickly build your following using solo ads. If you don't know what a solo ad is where you are leveraging OPF, other people's following. So a solo ad is where you can send out an email, you can send out an ad, all right, to someone else's list. That list may be 30,000 strong, that list may be 50,000 strong, maybe 100,000 strong. And by doing so, your email gets seen by all of these folks that are in this particular niche or this particular list, someone else's list, your other people's following. That's as a matter of fact, I remember when Amber did a campaign for me some time ago, and I forget the exact number, but I know we got like a couple of hundred of opt-ins from that particular campaign in 2-3 days. All right, so that's a couple hundred new folks in our list. Now, where I messed up was I didn't really follow through because I got too complacent in the revenue sharing game. All right, so I didn't really follow through on that particular following. But if you want to know how to quickly start to develop a following, Amber's going to teach that to you. Then you're going to hear from Paul. Now, we've been talking about Paul for just a little bit. Paul, you should know that Paul has made as much as $25,000 cash in hand in a week in this industry. And so he's got some phenomenal methods that he's using with Facebook to the point that he's got so many people, connected with him that he doesn't really even have the time. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, well, you've got more people knocking down your door than you have time to really work with. So Paul, you're going to hear from Paul, and when I say hear from Paul, I mean that Amber right now is in the middle of developing a video series for our following, because it may be that solo ads or what have you becomes a chief marketing method of yours. That may be your thing, that may not. So then it may be what Paul teaches you about his Facebook method. That may be it, that may be not. Then it may be a Queen Twitter, teaching you how to build a Twitter following. That may be yours. See, we're going to lay before you a buffet of marketing methods, a buffet of marketing methods, so you can determine based on the time resources you have, based on the financial resources you have. Like, for instance, if you don't have a lot of financial resources, then you're going to be focused more on some of the sweat equity approaches, maybe like with Facebook or with Twitter. If you've got some financial resources and maybe you don't have as much time, then you're going to want to focus on things like solo ads, because once you develop, and we'll assist you in this, once you develop your campaign, you purchase a solo ad, and then all of a sudden, you've got people coming to you. That campaign proves to be profitable for you. Then what you simply do is you take some profits from that campaign and you do it again. And once you find a campaign that works, you just keep on, and now you can scale that up, and you can scale that up, and you can scale that up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that there's a lot going on behind the scenes. A lot going on behind the scenes. Now, the bottom line is we're going to build our Jubi business. What we're going to do in building our Jubi business, however, is we're going to make sure that our new prospects, that you build your following one, and that these prospects or these folks that are following you are getting value from our team, so much value that it just makes it's just idiotic for them not to join you in Jubi. That's the whole idea, is that because we give so much value that they say, oh my gosh, what else are you doing? What else are you doing? Oh, Jubi. All right, and you'll see how all this maps out. So this is what we're going to do this week for our following. On Tuesday night, we'll have our team webinar. That webinar will be centered around Jubi and questions and answers and things of that nature, any updates that as we have them. On Thursday night, we're going to have a generic marketing training. That marketing training, you're going to be able to invite anybody to that marketing training. Okay, it's going to start off some marketing training. Now we're going to start laying a foundation for marketing training. Okay, we're going to start laying a foundation this coming Thursday for marketing training. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we love each and every one of you. We are committed to each and every one of you. Now, as it relates to Jubi today, there is a 1 p.m. Opportunity webinar. And then tonight, there'll be the 9 p.m. Corporate update webinar. All right, so we'll be on both, on the 1 p.m. and the 9 p.m. Tomorrow for our following, we will have our Jubi team update webinar. Thursday for our following, it will be a generic marketing webinar that you can invite guests to, so that they can start to, so anyone that they could be in another company, doesn't matter. They want to learn how to market. They want to learn how to market, and particularly how to market. We'll be teaching some offline marketing concepts too, but right now we're going to focus a lot more on the internet marketing concepts. So if they want to learn how to market online, then you get them to our Thursday webinar. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.